You think they are
It
at a party?
looks like a restaurant. A
It looks
restaurant.
like a restaurant to me. To be honest, yeah, it also looks like a restaurant to me. So I think that it's a restaurant, okay? I might be wrong, but I don't think so. Okay, so yeah, in this case, they are having this conversation. It's New Year. They are going to be talking about their resolutions. And over here, I want you to see what they are imagining. Okay, I imagine that's related to what they are going to be discussing. Okay, and then over here, we have the girl. She sees herself playing the guitar, and then the boy sees the two of them dancing. Okay, so interesting. Let's listen to the conversation. You can also read it. Okay, so we're gonna listen to it while you read, and then we'll discuss it. Let me share my sound with you. So there we go. Okay, please tell me if you can hear it.
Page 108. Exercise 6.
Yeah.
Conversation. Planning your future. Part A. Listen and practice.
So, what are you going to do this year? Any New Year's resolutions?
Well, I'd love to learn how to play the guitar, so I plan to take lessons.
That sounds great. I don't have any musical talents, but I'd like to learn how to dance. Maybe I can learn to salsa.
Why not? I hope to learn to play some Latin music too.
I know. We can take a trip to Puerto Rico and spend a month learning guitar and dancing. How about that?
Matt? I don't have any money. Do you?
I don't either, but I hope to get a new job soon.
Have you started looking?
Not yet, but I plan to start right after the holidays.
Okay, good. So that was the conversation. Now, so Matt and Robin, they have different resolutions. Let's focus on him. Okay, what are Matt's resolutions? What does he want to do? What does he say? Anybody? What about Matt? What are his resolutions?
He want to learn how to dance.
Yeah, what he says exactly is, I'd like to learn how to dance. Okay. Oh my God, that is awful. I am getting worse at underlining things on the screen. I'm sorry. So yeah, he says, I'd like to learn how to dance. I'd like to. Okay. And then maybe I can learn to salsa. All right. And then she's like, why not? I hope to learn to play some Latin music too. So in this case, she says, I hope to learn, hope to. I mean, obviously, these are the expressions that I send you in a presentation before the vacations. Okay, this is what you practice the last week before the vacations. Okay, so that's what you see, some connection here. So I hope to learn to play Latin music too. And Maddie's like, oh, I know. We can take a trip to Puerto Rico and spend a month learning guitar and dancing. How about that? Okay. And she's like, Matt, I don't have any money. Do you? I don't either, but I hope to get a new job soon. Okay, by the way, is Milton here? Milton, yes, he's here. Okay. For some reason the conversation reminded me of you because I don't know, I think that you have always wanted to go to Canada, is it? Milton, is Canada your objective?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, okay, so you sound a little bit like Matt, like, yeah, I'm going to Canada and buy Mexico, buy Latin America. It's like, Milton, but we don't have any money. Do you have any money? All right.
No.
So okay, but you see here, the thing with Matt is that Matt doesn't really have a plan. All he has are hopes and things he would like to do. That's why he's not using going to. If he already had a plan, he would be able to say, you know what? I am going to start a new job next month and I am going to save money and maybe I will have enough money and travel to Canada or to Puerto Rico in this case next year. So don't worry, Milton, you can do it. Just remember to have a plan. That's what Matt doesn't have. You need a plan. All right. Okay, very good. So yeah, it reminded me of you. Okay, anyways, so you see here again, all Matt is saying is hopes and dreams. I hope to get a job. Have you started looking? No, but I plan to start right after the holidays. I plan to start looking for a job. So I mean, it's all like a dream, I guess. All right, baby. So some of the expressions that we checked in this unit were precisely, I'd like to, I hope to, I plan to. But what other expressions can we use to talk about the future? Some other expression that is not here. What else was in the material that I sent you?
Will.
Will, okay, and what else?
Going to.
Going to.
And going to. There is another one. There are three. Will, going to. Anything else? There is another one. Try to remember, people. No? You don't remember? Okay, it's fine. And the other one is the present continuous, which is a verb with ing. Okay? So those are the things that you can also use to talk about the future. Now, what is important for you to remember is that each expression has a different intention. Like I was saying, in the case of Matt doesn't really he doesn't really have a plan. He has dreams and ambitions. So that's why he's saying, I like to, I hope to, but he doesn't really have a plan, a concrete plan. What we use for concrete plans is going to, and the present continuous, like for example, I am going to start a new job next month. I am saving 1,000 pesos every week for a year. I am traveling next year with my friends. That is a concrete plan. Something that I noticed when I was checking your homework this weekend is that sometimes you get confused with will. Does will represent a plan? What can you tell me? What do you remember? Does will represent a plan? A yes or a no are enough, eh?
No.
No. Okay, thank you. Yeah, no. Will is not for plans. Will has a completely different use, okay? So let's try to review that because I noticed that there was some confusion. Some people were trying to use will for everything because will is future, and that's not the case, okay? Future plans with going to with the present continuous, hopes and ambitions with I'd like to, I hope to, etc. All right? But then will has a different use. So let's see, let's keep going. Over here, we have the grammar focus, all right? And in this case, we have a question. The question is, what are you going to do this year? As I was saying before, in January, we were discussing New Year's resolutions, but I mean, it's April. We still have a good 8 months to achieve many different things. So this is still a good moment to like plan things for the rest of the year, okay? So try to set new objectives. Now over here, what are you going to do this year? Well, I'm going to take a trip to the Caribbean. Or maybe the negative, I'm not going to take a trip to the Caribbean, okay? Because it might not happen. And then the next expression is, I plan to take guitar lessons. I don't plan to take guitar lessons. Now, when you say plan, well, obviously you have the word plan, but when you say I plan to, is because I plan to, I have a very strong intention, but I don't really have a plan yet. If I had a real plan, I would be using going to. So try to remember that, okay? Plan is like, yes, a very strong intention, but it's not a real plan, all right? And then I want to learn to dance, or the opposite, I don't want to learn to dance. I hope to get a new job. I'd like to travel around the United States. I'd love to play the guitar. To be honest, I consider that there is one missing here. Let's see, annotate. Let's add another example here. Sorry, someone's waiting for me to give her access. There we go. Okay, so let's add another one that's missing here. What's missing here is will. Why? Because we don't really use it to talk about plans. That's why the book doesn't include an example for will, okay? But let's try to remember how we can use will to talk about the future. Well, the thing with will is that it is usually going to be accompanied by a maybe, like maybe I will, or an I think I will. Why are maybe and I think so important? Why? Because will is used for possibilities. Possibilities, something that's not really a plan. And by using maybe and I think, we make it very clear that it is not a plan, that is just a possibility, okay? Or, maybe I will visit my husband's family in the United States this December, okay? Maybe we'll do that. It's a possibility. But the problem right now is that it's not a concrete plan because, you know, the whole COVID situation, we have no idea what's going to happen in December. But yeah, I think we will visit them. I'm not super sure. That's the thing with will. Now, in your homework, if you were using just, oh, you know, I will spend time with my friends, I will relax, I will wake up really late, because you were talking about your vacations, not really. It's better to use going to. Going to the present continuous or one of the other expressions, you know, I would like to, I want to, I plan to, I hope to. But bottom line, what I want you to remember is we have many different expressions to talk about the future, but each expression has a different intention. That's what you really have to pay attention to, okay? What is your real intention? That is the expression that you have to select. Is it a real plan, plan, plan? Ya lo discutieron, ya saben cuál es la logística, ya lo hablaron con quien lo hayan tenido que hablar. ¿Es algo más concreto? Going to or the present continuous. It's just a possibility. Maybe I will, I think I will. Is it just like an intention or something that you would like to do? I'd like to, I hope to, okay? It's a very strong intention. I plan to, I want to, okay? So that's what you have to remember. End of the discussion. Si se les olvida después, siempre pueden regresar a este video. Debe estar como por ahí del minuto 10 de la grabación, del minuto 15, something like that, okay? All right, so let's see, we have a little exercise over here. Complete these statements so that they are true for you. So this is going to be independent work. You can work on a Word document, on a notebook, in the chat, whatever you prefer, okay? It is up to you as usual. So the instruction is, complete these statements so that they are true for you. Use a verb plus infinitive as shown in the grammar box. So you have to follow the examples in the grammar box. Those examples are your reference. That's how you know cuando lleva tú, o dónde va el tú, dónde va el maybe, etc., etc. So in this case, then add two more statements of your own. Okay, they could be affirmative, negative, whatever you consider you need to make the information true for you. Okay, so I moved the maybe I will. Okay, there we go. So number one, travel abroad. We are talking about this year in specific, okay? Or if you want to add a different moment, you can add it at the end, okay? For example, I was telling you, you know, maybe I will travel abroad in December, okay? You know, because maybe I will visit my husband's family, all right? It's a possibility, it's there. All right. You know, I would really like to go to Disneyland, but because of COVID, I don't think it's possible. So that is the intention. Okay. That's true for me. If in your case you don't have the plan or you don't have the intention, you can use a negative. You know, like, you know, teacher, I am not going to travel abroad this year. Okay. Or, you know, I don't want to travel abroad. I don't want to visit the United States. I hate gringos. Okay. Well, that's valid as well. All right. Number two, live with my parents. Live with your parents. Right now, everybody's living with your parents. Let's talk about next year. So, for example, next year, I imagine I am not going to live with my family because I imagine next year I am going to return to Tlacotalpan. Yeah, I think I will return to Tlacotalpan next year. Well, it depends on the COVID situation, but that's a possibility. Okay. Get married. Do you want to get married next year? Do you want to get married this year? Or you could use a negative. You know what, teacher? I don't want to get married this year. Okay. Or I don't want to get married ever. Okay. I'm never going to get married. Well, you can express that here. The next one, have a lot of children. In my case, it's a negative. I don't want to have a lot of children. I would like to have one child or two maybe, but I don't want to have a lot of children. That's not something I want. If you want it, well, you can use an affirmative. Capish? Here the intention is to personalize these ideas. Y parte de esa personalización incluye decirnos cuándo. Igual y alguien dice, bueno, es que I want to have a lot of children in the future, in 10 years, after I graduate. Háganlo más específico, vuélvanlo más personal. Right now, I am gonna stop the recording porque a YouTube no le gusta cuando grabo música, okay? And I'm gonna play some music so that you can work, all right? By the way, you know what? We need a new playlist. Al ratito hacemos una en el grupo de WhatsApp, pero ahorita solo sugiéranme una canción. What do you want to listen to? Tell me, because if you don't tell me, I am gonna play some Taylor Swift because I'm obsessed. Okay, so what do you wanna listen to? Record the instructions. So you're gonna be working in teams again, but this time as a team, you have to like agree on certain things, and you're gonna report your agreements to me after the limit, time limit I'm gonna give you. Okay. Anyways, so let's see. Speaking activity, an English course abroad. Okay, so I want you to imagine that you want to take an English course abroad. Okay, for example, I don't know if Milton's still here because he was having connectivity problems. He's not here anymore. But this was Milton's opportunity to travel to Canada. All right. So you're gonna take an English course somewhere else, okay, in any country that you want. If you wanna go to Canada, to Ireland, to England, where do you wanna go to study English? All right, because that's the objective of the activity. Now, groups get special discounts. So right now we're gonna work in 3 different groups, and those groups are gonna have to have a discussion about the topic and decide where they want to go. All right, you have to plan the trip together. Of course, to plan the trip, what you have to use is the expressions we are checking in this unit. I would like to, I want to, I hope to, I am going to, no, I don't want to, I wouldn't like to, etc., etc. Okay, you have to use those expressions to give your opinion to the group. That is the mechanic. So in this case, these are the things, these are the details that you have to agree on. Okay, I'm gonna read them for you, and I'm gonna send a picture of them to the WhatsApp group so that you can have them as a reference. All right. No, wait. Okay, so for example, the first point is where you'd like to study. Choose an English speaking country. Oh, it's because I want to go to France. I'm sorry, but they don't speak English in France. Okay. I want to go to Spain. No, too bad. You have to choose an English speaking country. Okay. Try to be original. There is way more countries besides the United States and England. Okay. Try to choose something different. Now, what is going to be the mechanic? Well, someone has to ask the question. What's the question? Hey, where would you like to study? And then you're going to start commenting. Well, I want to go to Australia. Oh no, I would like to go to where can you go? I would like to go to Canada. All right, or maybe someone else is going to say, oh no, I hope to go to, and you choose another country. All right. So that's pretty much the mechanic, guys. You're going to be using the expressions that we were checking to share your opinions. Now, the next point is when you'd like to travel, choose the month of the year. What's the question here? Okay, guys, so when would you like to travel? Oh, you know what? I am going to call the travel agency to check what options they have, but I would like to travel in December. No, I would like to travel in the summer because December is going to be very cold in England, for example. All right. So that's going to be the mechanic. Do we understand? Questions, and then we give opinions, and the group together has to agree on something. Yes or no?
Yes, teacher.
Okay,
Yes,
perfect.
teacher.
So I'm going to continue reading the rest of the points that you have to agree on. So how long you want to stay there? How long do you want to be in that country? Is it gonna be just like a month, 2, 3, 6 months, a year, 2? The sky is the limit. Imagine money is not a problem, la normal is not a problem, all right? Then where would you like to stay? Choose one. A family home. So do you want to stay with a family who lives there? Do you want to stay in a dorm, which is, you know what dorms are, they are part of American pop culture. So we usually see them on TV and film. So a hostel, an apartment, or a hotel. Of course, number 4 has to be consistent with number 3. If you want to stay there for a year, you cannot choose a hotel. All right. Then number 5, which courses do you plan to take? And you have to choose 2 options. What are the options? Grammar, writing, pronunciation, conversation, or business English. All right. So again, use the expressions that we have been checking. I would like to, I hope to, I want to, I don't want to. That's how you express your opinion. And finally, tourist places you hope to see. Because of course we're going to study English, but we also want to visit places, all right? So I don't know if you are going to study in Australia, for example, I would like to see the Sydney Opera House. You know, this building that's like very representative of Sydney. Okay, I would like to visit that, and I would like to go to the beach every day, and I want to go to the zoo they have in Perth, Australia, because I want to see koalas. I don't know. You have to use your imagination. That's what you're gonna discuss together. Okay. So I already sent the picture of the points that you have to discuss to the group. I am gonna give you like 10 minutes. Guys, your objective is not to use Spanish when you are working together, okay? I know it's hard, I know it's tempting, but remember, we're in English class, we have to make the effort, okay? Try to use English as much as you can. And there needs to be like a secretary in the group. Someone has to like take notes, okay? Make notes of everything that you say, because when we finish and we come back, you're gonna report everything to me, okay? You're gonna tell me what you decided, all right? Okay, beautiful babies. Thank you, Marcela. Thank you for telling me about Jessie. So now, wait. We are going to work in 3 different groups. So the groups are gonna be big. We're gonna have like 6 people in each group. Everybody has to express his or her opinion, all right? And in the end, you have to reach a democratic decision, which is kind of hard sometimes, but that's why it's super important that you defend your opinion. For example, first question, where would you like to study? Someone says, oh, it's because I want to study in the United States. If you really don't want to go there, you have to express that. You have to say, I don't want to go to the United States. I'm sorry, but I really hope to study in Ireland, for example, right? I don't know, defend your opinions. That's something important in this activity. As usual, I am gonna be monitoring some of the work that you do, but I'm not gonna be with you all of the time, okay? I'm gonna give you 10, 15 minutes, and then when we finish, you're gonna come back here and you're gonna report your decisions to me, okay? So choose a secretary to make notes, and also choose the person who's going to present the final decision to me, okay? And defend your opinion, remember that. Okay, beautiful people, so there we go. The rooms are open. Please join your new partners, okay? There you go. Okay, Sam. Oh, Jessie's having problems with her internet. Sam, please join your team. Hi, Betty. Betty, could you join your team, please? I'm going to send you to a new team. Please join them.
But well, they're to both to Canada. So Yara and Sam, what country would you like to go to study?
Okay, I think it's Canada. I think you guys are going to Canada. Move on to the next question, please.
So, well, I prefer Bahamas.
It's Alice's choice.
Mhm. I don't know if
Are you agree?
yes, and the others.
Yes.
Well, the Bahamas as well.
Okay. Next question.
And what else? Do you like another countries?
I want to go to Ireland because there have a lot of tourist places and many castles.
Yeah, I think you could take beautiful pictures there. So it sounds like a good option.
Yes, teacher.
We have three options. One is London, Canada, and Ireland.
Can I only travel to learn English? I planned to learn Korean.
No, but I mean, the mechanic is to choose an English speaking country. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's just because that's the mechanic.
Oigan, perdón, mi internet me está fallando mucho y me saca cada rato de la sesión. ¿A dónde dijimos que íbamos a estudiar? ¿A dónde quedamos?
Inglaterra, ¿no?
I agree with him.
In an Airbnb?
Yeah.
Okay, it's okay for me.
Okay, 5 question. Course you plan to take? Grammar, writing, pronunciation, conversation, or besides English? We
Someone have another option?
What's recording again? I wasn't recording this last part of the presentation, but basically what you did was present the agreements that you reached during your conversation in Teams. Okay, remember? You were discussing the place where you would like to study, when you would like to travel, how long you're going to stay there, where you're going to stay, and the classes that you're going to be taking, as well as the touristic places that you hope to visit or to see. All right. Okay, now let me tell you what we're going to do with this activity next. Okay. Now, this week, instead of having a class tomorrow and instead of having homework from the workbook this week, what you're gonna do is you're gonna be working on a mini project, okay? A mini project to close this unit. And these are the instructions right now. If you don't remember something later on, don't worry, you can check this on the video. It's gonna be recorded here. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do for that mini project is imagine we are in 3 different situations that, as a matter of fact, I took from the workbook. This is something that I am taking from the workbook, all right, because I don't have such a good imagination. So here in the workbook, you had 3 situations, okay? Situation number 1, I just moved to a new town and I don't know anyone. I never do anything after work. People at work don't really talk to me. I haven't had a date in about 4 months and I never find anything fun to do on weekends, okay? So here, I want you to imagine that you guys are in this situation. Oh, by the way, this is a project that you're gonna be doing in teams. What teams? The same teams you were working with right now. I have the list of the teams and I'm gonna post it in WhatsApp later on today so that you guys know to work together. My recommendation is make your WhatsApp group, okay? Use Google Meet or anything that you consider necessary so that you can work on this project. It shouldn't be a problem because we're always working in teams, so you're already used to it, all right? But anyways, so based on this situation, the team is going to decide which actions you're gonna take. And how are you gonna express your decisions? With the expressions that we checked today. I am going to, I want to, I plan to, okay? I don't want to, we would like to, etc., etc., etc. It goes back to using the same expressions that we were checking today. Now, you're gonna do the same thing for situations number 2 and number 3. But of course, you're not gonna do it here in the workbook. This is a mini project, so you guys are going to have a PowerPoint template. I already have it ready. I am gonna send each team their copy of the PowerPoint, okay? For example, Adri, Gladys, Sam, Jime, and Yara, you guys are team number 1. Ale, Marce, Mariana, Nicole, and Vale, you guys are team number 2. Anna, Hania, Sabdi, Zaira, and Jesse, you guys are team number 3. And then the people who could not be here in the session today, they are gonna be teams number 4 and number 5, okay? So each team is gonna have their PowerPoint template, all right? So this is the idea, future, what are you going to do? Read the situations and make sentences using expressions for future. What expressions are we using? Going to, verb with ing, maybe plus will, hope to, want to, would like to. The same expressions that you checked in the grammar focus before, all right? So number 1, same situation from the workbook. You just moved to a new town and you don't know anyone. People at work don't really talk to me, okay? I haven't had a date in months and I always stay home on weekends. So what you have to do is get together, discuss, plan this activity together. That's what I want you to do. I want you to have a discussion that is similar to the discussion that you had today during the class, okay? What you can do is make your WhatsApp group and send each other audios. Audios are a fantastic tool in WhatsApp, okay? So once you have made a decision, you have to report that decision here. So for example, okay, I just moved to a new town and I don't know anyone. People at work don't really talk to me, so I have no friends. So what could we do in this situation? Okay, I am going to I am going to go to the gym in the evenings. I don't know, this is crazy, but it's the first thing that came to my mind. Okay, to the gym in the evenings, and I plan to make new friends there. Now, what else? I always stay home on weekends. On weekends, I hope to, I don't know, visit new places, try to meet new people. That's what you have to discuss. That's what you have to decide. And that's what you're going to express here as part of this mini project. Okay? Situation number 2. Again, I took it from the workbook. I've become less careful about my health lately. I've stopped jogging because I'm bored with it. I've started eating more fast food because I'm too tired to cook after work and I can't sleep at night. Okay, so some possible solutions. Well, I want to exercise, but I don't like jogging, so I plan to take swimming lessons. Okay, or I plan to join a sports club so that I can use the swimming pool on weekends. I don't know. One problem is that the person is too tired to cook after work. So I am going to cook in the mornings. So after work, I'm just going to put my food in the microwave so I can eat something healthy. That's what you have to plan. Okay. Going to, want to, hope to, would like to. Those are the expressions. Situation number 3, my job is too boring. I spend 2 hours driving to and from work every day and I don't make enough money. I can find a new job though because of my poor computer skills. What is the solution? What do you hope to do? What do you want to do? What are you going to do? You have to discuss that with your team, okay? And then the final activity in this mini project is travel plans. So based on the discussion your team had yesterday, so today, using activity 10 from the student's book, write a paragraph describing what you are going to do. Check the example from section 11. So in order to do this, you can check the example that is in the book. Let me show you the book again. The book again. Okay, here is the book. I'm waiting for it to open. Okay, be patient, please. Okay, there we go. So if you get confused or anything, you can rewatch this video, but also remember that the points of discussion were this in section 10 and the example is in section 11. What you're going to do is something similar to this. Okay, travel plans. So our group has decided to spend 3 weeks studying in London. We are going in May because the weather is nice and things are a little less expensive. We all want to take conversation and pronunciation courses, so that was an easy decision. We plan to share an apartment there, but we haven't found a good one yet. We really hope to visit the British Museum, etc., etc. So you are basically going to report what you did today. All right? Questions, problems, or traumas, guys? Do we understand what we're going to do?
Yes, teacher.
Yes? Okay, very good. So remember, you're going to be working as a team. So as a team, you're going to complete this PowerPoint. There are 4 tasks in this PowerPoint, okay? The travel plan, situation 3, situation 2, and situation 1. Why? Because projects are worth 40 points. So each situation is 10 points, okay, basically. I think it's important for you guys to know that. Now, tomorrow we don't really have a class, but I am going to be online here in front of the computer from 9 a.m. to 10:30. If you have questions, if you have problems, if you got confused, if your team is working but you guys don't know what to do, you can contact me. Okay, as a matter of fact, I am going to be online here on Zoom. So you can join the session and we can have a quick discussion and I can give you a hand. Okay, so I'm going to be here online from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m., but it's not a class. I'm going to be here answering questions and helping you guys with traumas. All right?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, perfect, guys. So that's pretty much it. Remember, if you get confused, you can always watch the video, but I am also going to be online tomorrow morning answering your questions. The limit to submit this is going to be Sunday. Sunday? Yeah, Sunday is fine. Okay, so you have the rest of the week, but please try to get together tomorrow morning because tomorrow morning I am going to be online during the class, so that way I can help you. All right? Okay, beautiful people. So let's keep in touch. Love you and have an excellent afternoon. Okay?